All right, welcome back to the second part, the second half of your reading, Wednesday, September 27th. If you tuned into the first video, you're probably wondering why I left you on a cliffhanger. It's because there's more to it, and I had to go to work. So I'm going to start with lighting a little bit of white sage incense. It's really loud right now out here. I'm going to do this little burning ritual out here, and then we're going to go inside where it's quieter. No one's home. And we'll get on to the reading. So first, hang on a second. Technical difficulties. We got the technical difficulty energies in the house. One moment. Uno momento, porfa. Did I get it? Did I get it? Is it lit? I think it's lit. See? Where is it? There it is. Ah. So that's a white sage, but that's not what I intended on doing. I actually got a candle here because, you know what, it's been a long day for both of us, and I'm going to do you a favor right here, right now. Hang on a second. Let me just get this little puppy lit real quick, and we're going to get on to the healing and the feeling good and the good vibes, and we're going to see if we can wing the second half of this reading, because I've been thinking about your energy all day long, and Spirit knows how this is all going to play out for you. But I've been busy. I've been trying to occupy myself with work and keep my mind on my job, but your energy's been on my mind all day long. I'm not going to lie to you. And you're probably wondering what the outcome of all this is going to be too. To be honest, I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's start with a little bit of sage smoke. Alright, you get the last of it. Okay. Now, so what's happening here, first I'm just going to explain, then I'm going to cut, we're going to go inside, and we're going to get to business. But what I have here for the second half, see, I'm a CrossWatcher, right? Okay, so let me back up the truck real quick. So this is something I don't even really tell my family. It doesn't really matter. I don't really need to tell anybody. I don't really even need to tell you guys, but I don't really care. See, I'm a light worker. I was born a light worker. This is just what I do. My supreme motive in life is to raise the vibration. I can't help that. That's just always been me. And for years, just like you, if you're also a cross-watching light worker, you realize you just can't control it. It's just part of your nature, and there are elements in the world that have held you down and restricted that communication. And this is why I do this. Otherwise I would have just lost my mind. With all these energies always around me all the time, and Spirit coming in so clearly all the time to help me out. Now it's time to pay it forward. So what I got for you on the second half, because I'm a cross-watcher, what I do is I just basically look into everything. So last night I was just relaxing, looking into a little bit of tarot, and Spirit pointed out some information that I needed to put into this reading. And here is what it looks like, real quick. We're going to go inside and I'm going to explain. Then, alright, that's the last you're going to see from my face. Just one second. And now, I have actually discovered how to finish your reading with a past, present, future using stones. I'm going to show you something that Spirit showed me when I was learning how to do shadow work on my own, when I had no information about all this. Let's go inside. Okay, scratch that idea. Looks like people are coming home. I didn't realize it was that late. So, anyways. So we're going to start with these notes that I got from Spirit through CrossWatcher. So it starts off with, and this pertains to your reading from earlier. So let's just back up real quick. Remember, so earlier today we were talking about this present future scenario where there's this beach, beautiful setting, almost like a vacation setting. Maybe you went on vacation, or maybe you're going on vacation. There's people missing. There was a woman in white, and I want to say blonde hair, short blonde hair, older woman, maybe your mom, uh, flickering in and out. Like, you want to be there, she wants to be. These energies want to be in the same place at the same time, but they can't be there. There's some kind of mental, emotional separation here going on. I can't say that this person might have passed away, maybe, and you wish they were there. Maybe maybe they're just not there on the same level as you, and that could be a very important. I think that's a very important thing to think about. Is all these energies that you are holding on to. It's the whole point of this. You're holding on to energies. All these energies you're holding on to. You want to be aligned with them, and that's a struggle. It says at the bottom here, it's a struggle for some and impossible for others. And there's this prison archetype from your past, something coming up from your past, where you feel like a prisoner, and you might have felt like a prisoner, and it might not have even felt that way at the time, but then by the time you've gotten to this present moment, the now moment, the future moment that you see yourself in, you realize you've brought this, like, that's all you've known is that prison. You realize now that you were a prisoner, and then that's sort of something that you're just holding on to, whether or not that's literally or figuratively, whether or not that's somebody that put you there, or you realize now that you put yourself there. It could go any way, really. But this is the message coming through, that the guards or people that you knew, that you depended on them. And as much as they always just made fun of you and let you down and made you stay quiet, gave you no nourishment and nasty waters in your cup, this cup that you've only known to get it filled by others. So it's natural, right? Leave me a comment below. So recapping, and then the things that you're realizing now is that it was a low security prison. Like, nobody cared in the first place. So when you stepped up to that moment, when you stepped into this present moment, which you are now lacking, and you see now you do not relate with people. When you stepped into this present moment, you realize it was a low security prison. That you could do whatever you want. Like, there's nobody keeping you there. The door was unlocked. Your dream was right outside that door. You know this now. These are things that Spirit says you're realizing. The 3 points, and then the second one was. The first one was low security prison, and you were expecting them to fill up your cup. The second one was you didn't even check to see if the door was locked. The door was unlocked the whole time. And the third one is that you came to this realization when you stepped out of this prison and into your present moment that everything is now coming into being. That's what the rainbow auras. Now you're seeing all this stuff in rainbow auras. Maybe you have seen some rainbow auras. Maybe that was a trick of the eye, and you thought it was nothing, and you saw these rainbows, but that's telling you something. That is Spirit helping you to learn how to cross-watch in everyday life. And maybe there is, I'm not the most textbook spiritual guy. I haven't done a lot of whole studying. This is just all stuff that comes. It comes from Source. It's a real miracle, and Spirit wants you to realize your miracles. Yeah. But now, okay. So now I don't want to leave you on a cliffhanger. So your prison was built, in an area where it had structure, but it wasn't a structure that brought a gnosis. It was a structure that kept it up and out of your view, right? Would you relate to that? And so there's these energies, and this is where you come in, because I can't fill this in for you. This is just what Spirit's telling me. So these energies. So there's a fire element missing, And this might be part of the formula. We know that there's a fire element missing, maybe a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And then what Spirit was telling me was part of the formula are existing, it's hard to follow, okay, existing energies that are not these energies. So there could be the fire, the fire element's missing. But there are elements in your life that are there, and that one of them is a Sagittarius, or could be also, or we're just gonna say all of. We're just gonna throw all of them up there. Libra. There's a Libra in your life. This Libra brings balance to you, and you kind of notice that, I guess. There's a question mark. But then the fourth is Pisces. So there's Pisces somewhere there. So you got your Pisces, you got your Libra, you got your Sag. Maybe this is you. And so I got a question mark here, and then underneath it, I wrote Cancer. Cancer came in. But so does that mean that Cancer is questionable? The Cancer in your life, is that a questionable aspect? Is that something blocking you? Is that something kind of reminding you of this past? Maybe reminding you of a prison? Does that relate? Possibly. But who are these other elements that you want there? Is there an older woman, maybe a wife, maybe someone who's passed on, a mom, someone else's mom, and then there's the other energy. There's the woman holding the baby. I haven't even talked about that. There's a woman holding a baby. And in conjunction, so if you're looking, let's just say that this is the position. This is where the mom, blonde-haired mom in the white, she's flickering in and out. She's right here, and then in your viewpoint, the woman holding the baby is somewhere kind of off, maybe a little bit further down and behind from your viewpoint, right here, and they're both flickering in and out. And she's holding a baby, and I can't even see her face. I just see the baby. In her arm, and I'll admit she's total mystery to me. I don't really know who this is. A woman with a baby that you want there, or wants you there, that needs you there. And there's a mom, and they're both. I get the sense that they're both happy. I don't see the one with the baby. I don't see her face. I see the mom. She's happy. She's looking up and looking out, and she notices it's a beautiful day too. She wants to be there. She's coming through simple. Like she is there. It's you that wants her to be there. And the woman with the baby, and they're there together, like they're on the same level. They're, at least in your perspective, they're on the same level. They're in the same dimension, in the same playing field. Where are you? Is that you? Are you this Cancer? You having problems knowing yourself amongst your relationships with others? Where you fit into the grand scheme of things? So there's all that to consider. And then some interesting things came up. I thought this was cool. The Chinese Year of the Tiger came up. 2 Chinese years come up, but these are the numbers, and you can write these down, discern the numbers, or write them off however you see fit. But this is what came through. So the Year of the Tiger, 1986 and year 1998. 1986 and 1998. So those numbers stood out. And if I try to explain the formula on how I'm pulling all this out, or how Spirit is showing me all this, it would take many, many videos. It would take many, many videos. And I don't know. I just do this. I don't know. It helps me, and I know it's going to help you, so leave me a comment below. The second Chinese year is a goat. It's a goat. 1979. 1991. I'm gonna think maybe someone was born 91, and also 2003. 2003. These are all hallmark years. That are relative to somebody. It's relative to somebody's energy that's in here, and it also came with a worded message, or at least this is how I deciphered the worded message. A sense of trying to figure someone out, trying to know someone personally without them knowing, or trying to see yourself mirrored to someone else. So a sense of trying to figure someone out, trying to know someone personally without them knowing. Maybe they can't. Maybe they're in a position where they can't know. You guys aren't together. But you're trying to see yourself in someone else, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You have to respect everybody. You have to, your own self, but remember that we're all going through this. We're all going through this life, and we are a collective consciousness. Once everything else falls away, everything gets a lot easier. It doesn't matter what position in life you are. You could be some bum on the street. As long as you are tapped into collective consciousness and you're centered, man, it don't matter. It really don't matter. You really don't. A sense of trying to figure someone out. Are you trying to figure yourself out? I'm trying to know someone personally without them knowing. Maybe this is that love interest. Maybe this is coming all the way back around. Maybe you wish you were on some beach with that admirer. That person that you feel that energy. Maybe they are this Cancer. Maybe this Cancer is them. You want them to be there, but you're trying to figure them out without them knowing. You're trying to figure out the way to work up the nerve. Those are very different scenarios, but everybody's coming into this. There's all these energies in here. What they mean is for you to discern. This is your reading. So with that Sagittarius, Libra, question mark with the Cancer, who knows? And this Pisces as known energies, or seemingly known energies, these numbers come into play. Maybe there's celebrations, and maybe you need a little bit of a reminder. Oh, that person's anniversary, or that person's birthday just happens to be in the year of the goat. I don't know. We don't get direct answers, and I think that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun of it. A sense of trying to figure someone out, trying to know someone personally without them knowing, or trying to see yourself to someone else, mirrored to someone else. Now, when we mirror someone, the reality of that is you got to be careful of what you ask for. Are you mirroring things that you want to see in yourself? Are you mirroring the person? Are you mirroring from that person the person that you want to be, that you're going to be? What's the point of mirroring someone in the first place? Mirroring someone specifically. You are the mirror. You're the mirror. And that which you want to attract, that's a reflection of you. It's not the other way around. So you want to see yourself in someone to, it says to someone else, but in between yourself and to, there's mirror. So you're trying to see yourself mirrored mirror to someone else. Take it as it resonates. All right, let's get on to the stones. All right, so this is going to be pretty straightforward. I have here stones. And it's pretty simple. You can do this in shadow work if you're working with spirit. All you gotta do is ask spirit any question pertaining to yourself, or if you are wondering how you feel about something, spirit will show you. And this takes a tiny bit of book knowledge. You know, I do have some book knowledge on here, but really what it takes is setting intentions. That's the main thing. Everything that you are conscious of, and you can set intentions, you know, your intentions can be very powerful, and spirit works with those intentions. In fact, spirit is those intentions, you know. Let's get into it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask spirit for a past, present, and future in that order, and we're going to get those answers in the stones. Now I don't think we're going to have to do any kind of clarifying, but hopefully I get some words spoken about your past, present, and future to clarify the energy already, wherever my book went, to clarify the energy already in this little story that's playing out for you. All right, so I'm going to put the phone down facing me. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I think I'll just put them on my lap. Maybe you can see them that way. So right here. All right. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Let's pull a stone to represent the past for this September 27th reading to finish this off. What stone represents our viewers' past? Just like I thought, yeah. It's the black obsidian. That's your cliff right there. It's your past. See, it stands out. It kind of like blinks. It's like, beep. Hi. Hi. Hello. I'm your past. Let's put that there. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Let's pick a present stone. A stone to represent the present for our viewer. Present for this energy, for the collective today. A present stone. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair. All right. So two stones came up. Two stones came up. Can you guess what these are? Leave me a comment down below. Do you know what that is? This one you might not be able to guess. This is labradorite. Labradorite. It's your present stone. And this one fell off the table. Didn't expect it, but it's tiger's eye. This is going to be harder than I thought. This might take longer than I thought. All right. Future. Hello, future. Spirit, can you show us a stone to represent our viewers' future? Future endeavors, future communications, anything. Future anything. What's on the future regarding this scenario that they're dealing with? Okay. That doesn't normally come up. Are we good? Okay. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. It's simple. It's a simple message. This isn't gonna be as extensive as it seems like for the future. It's a simple message. Okay. So just put that there. All right. So this is black obsidian, and it's a very rooted, grounded, lower chakra, a very high vibe stone. This stone has been set with intentions to be grounded in clarity, to be directed to the point, and it has its other properties. But really, all you need to know is that it's a lower root chakra, and it represents your past. This is representing your past right now in this reading. So it makes sense. It's a cliff, you know. And in a way, what I'm getting is the tower moment, scenario. You know what a tower moment is? When something drastically changes and it's a huge change or a big realization. This is still, you're still getting over something from your tower moment when you came to the realization. I'm gonna let that resonate with you, however that may. But that's pretty simple, right? Okay. So this is not as simple in the present. This is a little bit more complex, kinda ish. So the first one was the labradorite. So the labradorite in this instance, it's going to represent imagination and the ability to transform anything about your life. So you may be going through this transformation right now where you are realizing you are just about on the cusp of being able to transform everything that you want to in your life with great imagination. And that's great. That's awesome. That's what this stone means. Well, maybe it's not as complicated as I thought. Let me know if this resonates with you. And then there's tiger's eye. I think this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. Now, labradorite is like a good overall or higher chakra, from what I know. Higher chakra. I actually have a large labradorite stone. I love this thing. I sleep with this thing in my hand, behind a pillow, behind my head, in comfortable position. I sleep like that, like a baby. Get yourself a nice good labradorite stone. It's so beautiful. I love labradorite. But tiger's eye. Now, tiger's eye. Now, obviously, it's going to have those on the surface depiction. I don't even know what word I'm looking for. Those attributes that are easy to understand. It's a mystical stone. It's a tiger's eye. You put this at the center of anything, and it can see truths. It can see mystic abilities. Use your imagination. I don't know, but it's more of a. It's kind of an overall chakra, but I believe it's a middle. It's like it's either heart or solar plex, something like that. It's in this area here. This is representing a motivation for you. This is representing a motivation to use your imagination, maybe use your creativity from this awakening you're having to move forward. You realize that life is about expression. And you need to find the way to express yourself. Because, well, I'm not going to assume. I don't want to assume I know who you are, but I'm assuming you want to help people with your expressions. Let me know in the comments. So I think that's what that is. I think that's you realizing you're trying to feel like, well, I have a purpose now. I need to use it. I need to calm down. It'll all come. Slow down. Just be still. Just be in the moment. Meditate. Just meditate. You don't have to do anything. It'll all come to you. How do you think I got to this moment here? I just learned how to meditate. Bang. Creativity, imagination, and viewing, seeing, but also being grounded. Don't forget about your past. Your past kept you grounded, and that still serves you. Still serves you in moving forward into the future. What? Future. Now, the future is going to bring a lot of positive vibes, clarity. Not an overwhelming amount of clarity. It's still working within third dimensional, fourth dimensional rules here, I guess. I don't know, but you're gonna get to be able to recharge. Maybe you'll be able to get to go on that vacation. Maybe you'll realize that that you can fill your own cup on that beach. You know? Because we all have a cup. Maybe that's what this one represents. Maybe that represents you filling that cup. You realizing that you need a recharge coming up in the future. Or maybe you did that. Maybe you came to that realization when you find this video. You're like, oh, dang, he's right. Yeah, I'm right. Okay. I can't even remember the name of this one. You know what this is, don't you? It comes from the Congo. It's relative to the heart chakra, and so this represents an aspect of love. But it's not just love for you. Of course, there's going to be love for you. There's going to be stability, there's all that. But it's also a love as it pertains to you and others. And just like the tiger's eye, this one sets itself, or I set it, whatever you want to say. This is set with an intention to see through any clouds, to see through the light and the dark. I can't even remember what this is called. It's on the tip of my tongue. It starts with an M. Anyways, you can look it up. Let me know down in the comments. I can't remember off the tip of my tongue. The show must go on. But this is your heart chakra speaking to you, saying that you're not fooled. You're not fooled anymore. And this is in your future. This is awesome. The future could be at any time. It's all about your perspective. I think that's awesome. You're going to have a recharge and clarity. And you're going to know where you stand with other people, in your relationships with others, and yourself. It's all relative. And this bad boy is your lucky tower moment. There's a little lucky tower moment. I carry this guy everywhere with me. Not because I wish he'll bring me luck, but because that's a part of me. That's a representation of who I am, my higher self. He's a lucky son of a gun. And this is emerald, so look it up. You know what emerald's good for. But all in all, this is set with the intention to represent the luck that you bring, the luck and the fortune that's in your future. That's good. Now, I'm not doing these readings to just give you false hope. That came up, luck and fortune. Health and stability, tower moment. Maybe you're recovering from something. Maybe you're recovering from everything. Yeah. Is your favorite color green? I don't see an even amount of colors except for the green. Maybe that's where your heart needs to be. Heart chakra is green. That's where you need to be. You need to be in your heart. You need to take your time. Don't forget where you came from. Don't resent it. Well, I mean, that's what you're working on. You don't want resentful feelings. You don't want resentful feelings for anything. You don't want to be polarized. I have the utmost confidence in you. I'll see you guys later.